Welcome, Aquarius Pisces, to your November AstroDice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Let's just see what's going on with you, as we know that the energy is rushing. Best message coming out is Aquarius energy in the second house with some moon energy. Ooh. So got that moon coming out, which is your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. With that Aquarius energy. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Nice. And going straight into that second house of money. Money, show me the money. Your assets, finances, and things that you value. Not just your career so much, right? That's the seventh house. You know, we're talking about just show me the money. I want my car, right? I want this. I want that, right? This is about what I value, what I have, where I get my finances. Give me that money. This is where I get, you know, promotions, rewards, bigger paychecks, win the lottery. Those things, right? Okay, guys, let's see exactly what's going on over here. Highlighting the month over here. This is just a very small astrology horoscope, okay? Let's see. Going straight to the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. I am using the Akashic cards. The King of Keys over here, but it is in reverse. So you might feel like, you know, and I feel like it's you. I do. I feel like, you know what? And you're like, I was chatty last month. I don't know if I really want to be that chatty in the beginning of the month. I'm kind of laying low a little bit. It's like maybe everybody's chatty around you and you're just kind of like, I don't know. So going from summer to winter, and you might feel like there's kind of a tug from something that happened during the summer. That might feel like it's kind of coming back around at you. So you might feel like, I dealt with this in the summertime, and, you know, I just don't think I want to deal with this again. So you might have some kind of unhealed wounds that are kind of reopening over here when it comes to someone. It could be the job, it could be somebody at your job, it could be something that has to do with assets and your money, maybe it's something to do with your vehicle, you know, something of this nature, right? And it could be something that has to do with money when it comes to love, but it's not something that you're really focusing your attention on at this time. With the King of Roses in reverse, it does feel like you might even have someone coming around who, you know, I give you all my time, all my energy, but maybe you feel like you're used. The kind of user effect. It almost feels like, the only time you want to really come around is when you want me to do something for you. Okay, so take that how it is. It's going to be different for everyone, but definitely the King of Roses is a love card, and it's saying it's in reverse, and I'm not loving it. Right? I'm not loving it. If it was a great time for romance, I'm not feeling it right now. Right? Maybe it will be later, but not now. It just feels like your head is on your income. You're feeling where you want to pull your abundance together. I want to worry about what I have in the second house, and I'm not going to worry about all these other distractions, right? Which could definitely be a love situation. So you are definitely, though, feeling that compassion when it comes to the moon over here. You do have the Queen of Cups coming out under the moon. So, you know, you might be dealing with a very compassionate Cancer. Who's coming out, who just, you know, they're trying to be comforting, maybe they want to nurture, you know, however it is. But it's also talking about the way you feel emotionally stable at this time, the way you're caring, the way you're taking care of what you need to take care of, right? And like I said, it doesn't feel like you're very sociable at this time in the very beginning of the month. It just looks like your head is in this cup or in the clouds, worried about what I'm manifesting, what I want to do within my life. Like I said, something has triggered you from summer to winter. Maybe it's not, you know, maybe it's even, I've been thinking about this since summer or winter. But I do feel like somebody else has triggered you as well that is coming back around for some of you who want to trigger you. you've detached from this person or whatever this is. So I do feel like you've already freed yourself from this person, but they want to come back around. I'm sorry, it's really too strong to, you know, to not really bring that into play. It's really strong. For others of you, you just detach from not worrying about love or anything at this time. You're just really, you know, steady and stable about just worrying about your finances. That's it. Okay, and the next card coming out is that beautiful King of Scrolls. You could be getting this new job or this new job opportunity when it comes to the second house. It might be something that even has to do with some kind of finances. If you're looking for a lawyer or anything like that, I could kind of see that as well. You could even be, you know, having blueprints. It's almost like he holds blueprints. So if you know that you're in your second house of assets, maybe you're building a house, moving to a house, building a shed, maybe you're building something that needs blueprints, right? Or maybe you're an architect and you're making up your own blueprints. But there's something about this that has to do with paperwork and it might even be signing paperwork, some kind of contract or something when you're on your journey. So, and some of you might even have something to do with traveling. So you might even feel like in the second house, I've got my assets, I've got my stuff together. Maybe it's passports for travel. Wow. Okay, so whatever it is, you're definitely ascending the mountain and going places that you want to go. Feeling like you're on the journey of what it is, whatever it is in the second house that you want. Okay, so that's very beautiful. So yeah. So there could have been some indecision or some difficult decisions when it came to play over here. Okay, and it might even have something to do with this person over here. If this is like your ex or something coming around, maybe they want money, maybe they want a piece of the second house. And maybe it has something to do with the second house that's going to go into the eighth house of assets and shared resources, right? If it's an ex, some kind of ex-divorce, husband, something like that. Or maybe inheritance money that's going through. Maybe it has something to do with that. For some of you, it feels like the second house is kind of moving into the eighth house where there's some kind of shared resource going on. And maybe that's why they want your money. Or like I said, maybe they're just there because every time they're down and out, they want to run back to you. Take it how it resonates. Everybody's story is different. I don't feel their energy as much in this area right now. In the middle of the month, so you must have just kind of told them to take a hike or something because I don't feel their energy. So when you're in the journey over here, it's like something you've been taking action on and something that you've been praying and manifesting for, something that, it just feels like magic that finally it's coming together. This is the opportunity you've been wishing for. This was wishful thinking, something that you really wanted. For some of you, it really does feel like some kind of passport travel plan type thing. Like I said, it could be anything though. When you're building and ascending over here, it's like I was building up to this moment in time. You might have had to put in extra work just to be able to, get this plan going, right? Whatever it is. Could even be a contract for the car, however, but it does feel like you put in extra hours, could even had a side hustle or something going on to build up this type of money, really moving up the mountain. But now rest assured, you can actually rest and feel like, oh, I've completed it finally, right? And everything's coming together beautifully at the mid-month. So you can actually feel like everything you've worked so hard for is actually coming towards you. So that is beautiful. Let's see what's going on at the end of the month. You do have the Queen of Scrolls. The Queen of Scrolls actually feels like the same energy as the King of Scrolls. So I don't feel it's two different energies. I feel it is either you or this other person who's holding this scroll, but it's the same energy that is coming out. It's the person with the paperwork. It's definitely that passport, that commitment, whatever it is, that whatever blueprint. Okay, so however it is, it does feel like it's the same, and everything feels just very balanced right now for you, like everything's really come together, right? Because you already felt it coming together here, but it's almost like now everything has, worked itself, right? It's worked itself out. So now all I do is I just look at all the little details of what it is that I truly want. So whatever is going on in the second house, you can just say, now I can look at the details. If you're buying that car, maybe you want to detail it, right? Maybe I want the little flashy things that go into the car. What little perks and stuff does this car come with? I want to know because I want to buy them or save money for them. You might even be looking at brochures. Maybe if you're traveling and you're going, across the country, or to a different country, however, wherever you're going, you might be looking at brochures for what sites can we see, right? Where can we go? Where will we travel to? Okay, maybe we should add a window over here. It's going to be a little dark in that room. See what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on. However, take it however it resonates. Everybody's story is different, but yes, you're getting your personal goals done, and you see everything, that you're progressing. Everything's progressing beautiful. Travel plans, again, see, somebody is really traveling. You guys have saved a lot of money to go discovering the world over here. Might even be going to see a loved one, however. But yeah, there was a little bit of failure and disappointment within the situation at first. I think that, you were afraid. I think there was some fear at one time that you're getting over, where you're just kind of like, I really didn't believe this was going to happen. Or I didn't know this was going to happen this fast. Like, I was saving money. I did everything. I was getting ready to give up. There was some pessimism going on. I think that there was a time that you did feel like maybe you were not going to accomplish this goal. And all of a sudden you had the Wheel of Fortune and everything just changed in your favor. And I feel like you feel that. You're going to feel that. Like, oh my God, everything just changed in my favor. You're definitely going to feel that. So from the mid-month, you're going to say, wow, I can't believe that this is happening. You're going to look back at the mid-month and you're going to say at the end of the month, I can't believe that this just changed in my favor. I really cannot believe this. I didn't know that that was going to happen that quickly. It was definitely a turn of luck, right? Because you did. You felt like it could have been a lost opportunity, missed opportunity, but instead it ended up exactly what it's supposed to be. And, your manifestation is coming in. Everything you worked for is coming together. Okay? So, very beautiful reading, guys. I like that. Very beautiful. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.